All right, Troy and Dan here again. Today we're actually going to teach you guys how to wholesale. And wholesaling is very simple. I'm sure you guys have seen all countless gurus talk about it online and selling you hundreds if not thousands of dollars worth of packages. But wholesaling really is kind of what a real estate agent does. You're going out, you're finding properties that people want to sell. Usually they're landlords, but sellers come from all different walks of life. But the whole key with wholesaling is you go in there, you find a person that wants to sell a property, and the whole goal is to buy the property, pre-negotiate a sales price, and then from there you go and find investors like Dan and I here, and you wholesale the property, which means you pretty much just sell the property outright to us for a small fee, whether it be $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, all depends on the type of deal that you're getting.
So the first thing that we need to talk about is what kind of deal are we looking for. That's going to help you determine how much profit you're going to make when you actually wholesale the deal, and whether it's even worth doing any extra footwork on, whether it's worth getting under contract. So what we're looking for is a pretty simple formula. So what you need to do is you need to figure out what the after repair value is going to be, or the ARV. So you take that ARV number, and you're generally going to want to pick up the property for about 70% of that number, minus any repair costs that are going to be involved. So let's do an example. Let's say you find a property that you think is going to be worth $100,000. So it's worth $100,000. Okay, so we're going to take that, we're going to multiply it times 0.7, which is going to be 70,000, and we're going to subtract out the repairs. In this case, let's just use an example. Let's say it's going to take about $30,000 to repair it. So it's going to take about $30,000 to repair it. So we just move that down here. That property you need to pick up for $40,000 in order to sell it for $100,000 and put $30,000 in repairs.
Okay, so there's a lot of different ways that gurus teach you how to wholesale properties, and the first way I'm going to teach you is the basic, and it's probably not going to be used much longer just because everybody's becoming wise of it. It's called assigning the contract. And so what that means is you go to a seller, you put a property, you can use a Colorado real estate approved contract. We're required to use that because we're licensed agents. But for you, pretty much any contract will really work. And what it means is that you can go on there, you put your name and or assignees or assigns, and then what you can do is after you get the property under contract, you can just take that contract and actually assign that contract to your end buyer. Once again, it could be us or it could be one of the people that we work with, and what you do is you just assign that contract for a fee, whether it be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever. As long as it makes sense, you can charge for it as long as it makes sense.
Another way that you can do it is to buy the property in the name of an LLC. And what this allows you to do is to get a property under contract in an LLC that you've created, and it could be, if you're buying the property at 123 Main Street, then the name of your LLC is 123 Main Street, and it's really simple to put together an LLC and go out and buy that property. So you get it under contract in that LLC's name, and then what you'll do is you'll actually sell the LLC to us, and then we will then be the ones who will close on that property for you. So you're going to actually sell the LLC to us for, say, $5,000. You're going to sell us that property or that LLC for $5,000, and then we're going to be the ones who are allowed to sign on that for that property, and we'll actually be the ones that go in and purchase the property.
Okay, so we just taught you two different ways to really wholesale properties. As long as you could just email us if you maybe have a property under contract or you're working on getting it under contract, we'll be more than happy to help you out. I mean, we're in this business to help everybody make some money. So whether it be $500 on your first property to maybe a couple of thousand, maybe you could luck out and get a slam dunk. But the first thing you want to do is make sure you check with the local laws, check with your attorney before you start doing any of these things. We're just licensed agents, we're not attorneys by any means, but these techniques we just taught you are legal here in Colorado. But if you're doing this in other states or somewhere else, make sure you talk to and consult your attorney before going any other route. And yeah, make sure you just email us if you got any questions.
Thank you.